Hey, what's up, guys? I got another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary here for you. This is a 6v6 domination match on the map Slums. And as you can tell by the title in the video, I've got a fairly controversial topic I want to talk about. And that's talking about the attachment that I'm using right now and you can see on the screen, which is the target finder. And what I want to talk about the target finder is, do you think that the target finder is an OP perk? And I'm going to give my opinions on it, and I'm going to ask for your feedback later on. But my opinions on the target finder is that I don't necessarily think that the attachment is OP by any stretch of the imagination. I think that it has the potential to be extremely OP if put in the wrong hands. Someone who is going to camp and sit in the back of their map with an LMG, someone running a target finder who's going to do that, that's an extremely OP setup. Now, having said that, do I think that everyone who runs the target finder, that there's something wrong with them, it's OP, they're messed up? Not necessarily. And one of the reasons that I don't necessarily agree with that is because if you think back to Modern Warfare 3, there was a perk in that game called Marksman. And what Marksman allowed you to do was to see anyone on the enemy team all the way across the map. It didn't matter what gun you were using, it didn't matter if there was smoke in front of you, it didn't matter at all. I mean, it would show their name pop up in front of you and you could see where they were. And you couldn't pinpoint their exact location, but you had a general idea where they were at. And if you had an assault rifle, you could spray in that direction and get a few hit markers. And I didn't hear too many people complain about Marksman in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, especially the people who, were running around trying to get 5 and 6 Moabs in one game. They didn't complain about Marksman when they were picking it up on Specialist. And I didn't either. Because I didn't think that, the Marksman perk was OP. I think it had the potential to be OP when someone sat in the back with an LMG and just used Marksman towards their advantage. And that kind of, relates to Black Ops 2. When someone sits in the back of the map with an LMG and a target finder, yes, I think the target finder is OP. But, I mean, as you can see in this game, I slapped on the target finder for one or two reasons, mainly. I'd played a few games with these guys, and I noticed that they really weren't trying too hard to get out of their spawn. And we'd won, the first, 4 or 5 games with this group of guys. We'd ended up winning by a score of like 200 to 40 or 50. And that was simply because the guys weren't getting out of their spawn. They were camping. They were, hanging back. And, for me, when I'm running SMG, when I push up into the enemy spawn, you got 6 guys who are sitting in the back of their spawn. That limits what you can do as a rusher. And so what I thought about doing when I saw Slums come up is I thought about, okay, I need to counteract their camping. And there's no better tool in this game to counteract a camping attachment than the camping attachment itself. And you'll see at the end of this first half when I ended up going, I think, 41-5. And granted, kill streaks did have a lot to do with that, but I was able to be successful and, still semi-rush around. I didn't sit in a corner and I didn't camp the entire time, but I didn't, run balls to the wall the entire time either. I mean, you can see that if the target finder is used the way that it's supposed to be used, kind of like the Marksman perk was supposed to be used in Modern Warfare 3, then the perk is not a bad perk, and nobody is going to complain. I mean, granted, I'm like everybody else. I complain when I get killed by a guy with a target finder. But I've gotten to the point to where, I kind of watch the kill cams to see, is the dude really sitting in the back of the map laying on his stomach, or is he out moving around, trying to play the objective? He's just using this attachment, kind of like the perk Marksman in Modern Warfare 2. So, I want to hear your guys' opinion. I mean, do you think that the target finder is an OP perk? Do you think that, you know, it's okay that it resembles the marksman perk from Modern Warfare 3? Wait a minute, I said target finder an OP perk. Target finder is an OP attachment. Do you think it resembles the marksman perk from Modern Warfare 3? I mean, just let me know what you guys think. And I guess that's it. And I'll holler at you guys later. Hope you liked the video. Leave a like. Peace out.